Hey everybody, I'm actually at the Alice Cooper concert. It's at a casino near where my parents live, and apparently I'm at the first show of a new tour. I didn't know that. I thought it was the same tour I've seen a couple times, but it's not, which is really awesome because not everybody can say that they've been to like the first show of a tour. And I'm very excited, and I just wanted to do like a little thingy before I went in, and I'll take pictures, and I don't think that they allow video in there, and I don't even want to chance it because I don't want to get kicked out. I would probably cry if they're like, oh, you gotta leave. I'd probably cry right there like a little girl. But I will talk to you guys later, so bye. Hey there, everybody. It's now Monday, and the concert was on Friday, and I'm taking a break from my midterm studies. In case you can't tell, I'm quite haggard, because all of my midterms are this week pretty much, all the, like, psych ones, which are the ones that I'm worried about, so, but, yeah, the concert was on Friday, and it was a really good show, and I just wanted to give, like, a quick review on it. For those of you who are Alice fans, stay tuned. If you're not an Alice fan, you should stay tuned too, because it was a really good show. This tour, he's calling Raise the Dead, which is very interesting, because usually he's all about dying. Spoiler alert! Alice doesn't die in this show. That's right, you heard me. He does not die in this show. This show is called Raise the Dead, and Alice, produced the master of dying on stage, doesn't die. There's no guillotine, he doesn't hang, he doesn't get like the truth serum or nothing. He doesn't get anything. I mean, that's actually my biggest complaint about the show, is that he doesn't die. But let me get to the good stuff. The first really awesome thing that I thought is he uses a lot of pyrotechnics in this show, which for some people is a bad thing. For me, I thought it really added to the show. I think this was supposed to be like sort of like a big deal show. So if you've never seen Alice before, he does not use pyrotechnics. He does not. I mean, he had strobes. He had a couple songs where I had to kind of avert my eyes because strobes bother me, but he used a lot. It was like a kitchen sink thing. Like, he threw in everything except for dying. As far as the set list goes, it was a pretty strong set list, I will say. He opened with Hello Hooray, which I don't think he's sung or opened with since the $1 Billion Baby tour, or the Sick Things tour, which is in like the early 70s. So that was really cool because I like that song. He does, the classics, I'm 18 and stuff like that. He did 2 songs from the new album. He did I'll Bite Your Face Off, and he did The Congregation, which is my favorite song from Welcome to My Nightmare, so I was very happy about that. He does Devil's Food. I've never heard him do Devil's Food, and I love that song. He even added a whole new section of it. Like, he had like new lyrics and everything. It's really cool. If you can not get to a show and you love that song, you should try to somehow, in the future, I wouldn't say that right now you could find it on YouTube, but you should really find it. Now to discuss the thing that everybody's sort of having a problem with. Alice does 6 cover songs. 6. Basically, the reason why this tour is called Raise the Dead is because he's honoring his friends that he hung out with in like the 70s. Like, he even had like a little voiceover that says, the 70s weren't nice to my friends. I thought it was amusing. He honors Jim Morrison, John Lennon, Jimi Hendrix, and Keith Moon. He honors them. He plays 2 Doors songs. He plays Revolution by the Beatles, which was actually pretty good. He even puts on the round glasses and, does the peace sign and stuff. It's actually pretty cool. He does a Foxy Lady for Jimi Hendrix, and it's funny. I don't care who you are. It was a good rendition of Foxy Lady. And with The Who, he did My Generation and Miles, the Doors one. I'm not a huge Doors person. Like, I know the songs. It's like On the Other Side, and then there was another one that I had no idea what it was, but it was a good song. But I don't know, he could have done 1 song per tribute, and I think he could have scattered them throughout the show, and I think I would have enjoyed it better, because, I mean, the fact that he did 2 Doors and 2 Who's, those are, like, I could have heard 2 other Cooper songs. I could have heard, Is It My Body, or Muscle of Love, or Clones again, that That's like my big thing. I think he should have spread it out throughout the show, and it would have been cooler. It would have been more like of a, ooh, what's he gonna do now sort of thing, instead of kind of grouping it all together. It did not feel very Alice to me. But overall, it was a really good show. If I had to rate it like out of a 10, I'd say like a 7.5. If he scattered and only did 4 tributes, I would have given it like a solid 8, 8.5. I think that it is a good show. It still doesn't. Nor Mr. Nice Guy, The Original Evil Returns is my favorite tour thus far. I've only seen 3 tours. You know, there are people that have seen every tour in creation for him. But the last tour that he did has so far been my favorite. It has like the most diverse set list and stuff like that to me. And it was, I don't know, this one was really good though. And Alice is Alice, and you will get your money's worth. It's not like, oh, I have a ticket, I shouldn't go. I think he's over in Europe right now, and he's going to stay over there probably until next spring. That's usually how he works, is that he'll go home for Christmas, and then he'll maybe go to Europe again, and then he'll come to America in the summer, which is the best time to see him, especially, so. But it's very entertaining. It's a very good show. I recommend it to I recommend anybody, if you just want to go see, if you are a big like theater person and you like rock, and you haven't seen an Alice Cooper show, you don't know what you're missing yet. Like, that's how I got into it. I just went to a show with my fiance because he's a huge Alice fan, and I was like, okay, it's our anniversary, it's your birthday coming up, we'll go. That's how I got into Alice, was I just went to a show, and I was like, this is awesome. And I've always been into classic rock, but I'm a huge Broadway person, and like to go see like rock and theater put into the same thing, like taken from, you know, the master himself, he's very vaudevillian, and it's very cool. But I will recommend him every day of the week and twice on Sunday to go see that show. It's a very entertaining show. And also, I'm sorry, but I didn't take pictures. I took like one of the actual stage and then one of him there, so I don't really have pictures to show you. I'll put a couple at the end, the couple that I did do, and then I found a nice picture of him, and his costumes are great. I forgot to mention that his costumes are amazing. His costumes are really good and really kind of comical, almost. Like, you have to see it. But, because I know I said I would take pictures in the vlog that I did at the casino, but it didn't happen, so I'm sorry. But I will catch you guys later, and if you go see the show, let me know what you think over in Europe. I'm sure that he's going to change it. He always changes it. The show is never the same twice, so I'm sure that it'll be different. And maybe he'll see this, or he'll hear, and he'll spread out the cover song, so it's not just a giant club at the end of the show. But I will talk to everybody later, and I hope that you guys have a good week. And if you're in college and it's midterms, I'm going crazy too. It's okay. I feel you. Bye. Fixing my hair so I don't look like a hobo.